There's no denying that in the US, the iPhone is king of the cell phones. And up until now, any Garmin user could only see their messages coming in, but needed to get their phone out if they wanted to reply. You see, Apple makes their products so that they work extremely well with other Apple products, but they don't play nice with others. So your iPhone and an Apple Watch are a formidable duo, but your iPhone and Garmin sometimes don't always see eye to eye. I don't want to jump into a bunch of tech talk, but basically no one other than Apple can access iMessage, and that left Garmin users with iPhones unable to reply to any messages on their watches. Until now. Software update 17.23 just landed on my Epics, and with that a few cool new features have arrived. Good Guy Garmin has brought messaging capability to all their Epics and Fenix users with this update. And if I know Garmin, this will continue to trickle down in the future to be more inclusive. Yes, even the poor downtrodden iPhone users are included here. You can see the new messaging app is available as a glance, and it can also just be added as an app as well. It then prompts me to download the app on my phone, go through some setup, and you can see there's a splash screen showing some satellite connectivity. Are we getting satellite messaging here? No, we're definitely not. This app, connected to a smartwatch, will only use the cellular or Wi-Fi connection from your phone to relay the message. If you see all these cool outdoor looking scenarios and the splash screens, that's because this is the same app that Garmin uses to tie inReach devices, which is their satellite communicator, to cell phones. But now they're enabling it on watches. So this is great. You can now send out messages on your watch no matter what phone it's connected to. Apple be damned. But there's a catch. Like I said, Garmin is using their own messaging app to enable messaging, which means it can only send messages to other users in the Garmin messaging app. Yeah. Someone will have to have a Garmin account and the Messenger app, and that's a decent amount of hoops to jump through just for casual messaging. So, how exactly does this help users? Unfortunately, typing on this thing is a nightmare. You either get the select a letter wheel or the T9 keyboard. And at that point, unless your phone has a broken screen or is somewhere deep in a backpack or something and you're hiking, it's always going to be quicker to just get your phone out. But there are some pre-written messages. So you can quickly shoot out a message to a loved one to let them know you're okay or something like that. Now, if you're an Android user, this looks familiar since you can do the same thing with text messaging and phone call canned responses. And you could even customize those. Now, sadly, those messages do not connect to the Messenger pre-selected messages. I looked through Garmin Connect, I looked through the Messenger app, you just can't do that. So as of this recording, you can't customize those messages from within Messenger either. So yikes, this is kind of falling apart quickly here. So overall, here's my thoughts. Is this a step forward? Maybe a bit for iPhone users who want to be able to send a quick reply out during an activity. But for Android users, I don't see a single use case as to why this would be any improvement to just replying with SMS and being able to customize replies. If you could think of something, let me know. Here's what I'm hoping though. This is just the first step to build this application up for use on Garmin watches. I would hope that the next step is to allow customizable replies. That should be an extremely easy addition and instantly make it more useful for iPhone users. I would hope after that perhaps there's an integration with a mic on the watch. Some of the Venue models already have mics and they could connect to voice assistant, so maybe that's something that could be coming in the future on an Epix or Fenix. If replies can be transcribed and sent, that would also be a big step forward in usability. Now finally, the way this becomes awesome would be if there's some means to use the watch's satellite connection to send messages when cell service isn't available. This is one of the features on my wish list for the next Epix and Fenix watches, but this is admittedly a huge long shot. If you haven't seen my thoughts on the impending Epix 3 and Fenix 8, then be sure to check out this video where I dive into suspected release window as well as some thoughts on hardware features. So if you're an iPhone user, are you going to be setting up this Messenger app? Or does it still just seem easier to take out your phone to send a message given the limitations currently in this app? This seems like a very early implementation, and I hope this gets a lot more functionality in the future. Thanks so much for watching. If you made it to the end of the video, I'm hoping that means you liked the video, so please throw a thumbs up, consider a sub for more fitness content, and with the impending release of new Garmin flagships, I'm going to be sure to keep the rumors, news, and ultimately reviews coming as well. I'm Dave, and this is Dave Does Fitness. Have an awesome day, and stay fit.